before we bring Trinity out, we have our next artist coming out pretty soon here. But we have a spectacular musician in the building right now. Matt Grady, can you you just sitting down? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Matt Grady?
I'm relaxing. I came here to support. I really, really love you. Anytime I came to Houston on tour, this woman right here was on the front row supporting me. And I said that when I came to H-Town, I was going to support her. And I am an H-Town resident now. I'm originally from North Carolina.
All right. That's right. Welcome to H-Town.
Hey.
Yeah.
You gotta say this girl. Say welcome to H-Town.
Welcome to H-Town.
They just been gratified. I am that Grady.
No, that's right.
What gratified means?
What is gratified? See, my name is Matt Grady, and to be gratified is like catching some sci-fi, psychological, psychedelic disease that you don't want to get rid of, and you don't care if it's a cure. All you know is you want more, and I gotta keep it funky, because if you can't smell it, baby, you can't sell it. Let's get gratified. Tell them you've been gratified.
We've been gratified.
Oh man, look, ain't nothing but love and manners in here.
Thank you, Matt.
C5. All bright out here.
Our next artist that I'm going to bring up is really about some spontaneity. So the fam didn't even know that she was going to tell them to feel their way through this performance. So you can actually witness the transition of art, of the creation, of the creative, right? So,
we got you.
yeah, she'll just, her first song's going to be acapella, so just don't, and then she'll cue you again. Just read her, okay? All right, so let me tell you about Trinity. So Trinity is literally Trinity. She's a businesswoman, she's a mother, she's an artist. Among these things you will find every nook and cranny and crevice of what is her that makes her woman. And her story is something that is worth listening to, recording, and then recording. So as we begin to build energy by snapping and clapping and just giving her undivided attention, we welcome you to the stage, Trinity.
To be here. Good. I'm so thankful, number one, to some of the people that actually asked me to do this, and not really asked, but they demanded something of me that I don't do, and that's talk about me.
Ooh. Lord is good.
Isn't he? Because he has been. You have no idea. Talking about yourself can be hard sometimes, because even when you do, people tend not to believe what you tell them anyway. And me not being a person that likes to be under a microscope, how many of us look in the mirror and we microscope the hell out of ourselves before we walk out the house? Seriously, by a show of hands. Okay, so you know that skewed definition in the mirror we're always sizing ourselves up to? I got it bad. And people always look at you when you come out because you may have your makeup perfect or your wig on right and the right dress and the right this, and they have no idea what goes on underneath it. What your heart cries for, what your mind thinks about, the puzzles that you put together about life and businesses and money and people, solving the world's issues, and you just never know what issues they may be going through because the world has so many issues. Does anybody in the room have one? Issues are built upon our perseverance and our pessimistic views of ourselves. See, we skew ourselves up against sizable definitions of beauty that aren't even beautiful. They don't even understand what beauty is because it truly comes from within, and God gave it to us. So how dare they think they can take it away? I mean, you can tell me I'm ugly all day, but I know that I was made in the image of Him, so how dare you? Do you know who I be? I don't call myself Trinity simply because it's cute. I call myself Trinity because someone first of all gave it to me. They told me that the words that spew from my lips are like those of the holy gods, because all I do is tell the truth on the mic, and they love to hear it come out so fervently. I'm an Indian first. I'm a warrior woman. born of Blackfoot and Cherokee. I know who I am. I am wind. I am water. I am sage, cleansing my soul of everything that you try to drench me with. You have no idea what you come against, but bring it. I stand silent. I smile in my hard times. You never even know when I'm sad, unless you look in my eyes sometimes. My eyes will tell you I've been crying. I'm fearful, I'm afraid. My eyes are the windows to the soul, at least that's what Grandma told me.
Right.
She told me that eyes were the windows to your soul. The eyes are the windows to your soul. So before you judge a book, look into the eyes of it. Read the inside, digest the pages, feel the background, feel the grain, touch the binds, make sure the pages are bent right where someone wanted to leave off, leaving the story continuing before they even know where the end went. Understand what the book means. Know the ending. Know the beginning. Know the prelude. Understand the index. Don't go by cliff notes. Watch the movie. I'm telling you, it's something to be seen. If you don't know me, watch. Keep watching. Make me your conversation. Write your stories. Talk about me by the water cooler, behind my back and in front of my face mostly, because I appreciate you a lot more. It's called respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if your mama didn't teach you none, I will.
That's right.
I love you. I think you're amazing. I love the way your words come together and you creatively create this math equation that makes everybody wonder what's about to fall out of your mouth. Ajali, you strengthen me. You've made me stronger in my poetry and on this mic. You have no idea what your friendship has done to me. Amani, my daughter. You mean everything to me. You made me understand that I was beautiful because I birthed something so fucking amazing. And don't you ever let anyone take that from you. You are beautiful. Your suitors wear sunglasses just to catch a glimpse of your beauty. Baby, don't give them your shine, because they're not worthy. C5, whatever you may be, I love numbers, prime or otherwise. They pushed me to my greatest lengths because I was once noted as borderline genius. And although I may be dingy as hell, quadratic equations I can do with my eyes closed. And I hate math. It's kind of funny, but I love you for pushing me past myself. Eugene, never stop being creative. Always be who you are. And no matter what they say about you, continue to just be who the hell you are, you. Lucretia, you have been my sister for a long time. You make me angry. I get disappointed. The same way you get disappointed in me, and I'm disappointed when you're disappointed in me. But you push me beyond my limits, way beyond what I think I can do. You make me understand as a woman, as a friend, and sometimes as my little invisible friend, what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm sorry I talk to you in my head and I call you and think I'm picking up the conversation and confuse you. It's my fault. I talk too much to myself often in my head. I'm so sorry. But I love you. And if no one told you, you are a phenomenal woman. You stand with grace, dignity, and honor. And it's my honor to be your friend. To Mr. Lewis, this has been what I would call whitewater rapids. It's beautiful, isn't it? Have you ever seen them? They pour down and they have so much power in them. They're whitewater rapids. The rapid isn't just because it moves fast. It's because it moves hard. Because you have to go through hard times. You have to understand the waters. You have to learn how to navigate its patterns. See, water is the one thing that moves everything. It's the reason why our lights are on today. Did you know that? It's not electricity. It's water that creates it. It's Einstein's theory. And I appreciate the theories, the thoughts, the understanding. And thank you for allowing me to love you past you. And thank you for gaining knowledge through it. It takes that to be a team. And I appreciate your team, Mr. Lewis. Everyone in this room, where's Kaya Nebula? I love that name. I cannot pronounce her new name. I knew they'd say it for me. Kaya Nebula, when I think about it, I just see a wound. And I mean a womb, a woman's womb. And if you don't know her, you don't know that she envelops you with love. She envelops you with everything. She prays for you. Some people say they want to pray for me. I say don't. Because I really don't know where your prayers are coming from. I have a praying grandmother, so trust me, I got enough of them. But when Kayan touches you, if she loves you, it's an amazing strength. So if you don't know her, if you haven't had that opportunity, get a hug from her tonight. If anything that we're saying tonight is hilarious or funny, it's only because you don't know us.
Tell us.
Again, I say, stop looking at the outside cover of books. Open them, see them, feel the pages, smell the inside, feel the binding, understand it in Braille if you need it. I know how to write it. I told you I was borderline genius. Puzzles are my favorites. That's why I play chess. Did you know I can play it 3-tier? Do you know I play it backwards? It's only so that I can sit there and analyze myself and each move that I make so that I don't make mistakes. But you know what? I make a lot of them. And I'm proud. Because it took me a long time to accept that mistakes are okay, that I can't be perfect, that I can't be everything you need me to be. And trust me, I try. And I try to the point where sometimes it hurts. Because when I see the disappointment on your faces, and I know I haven't met my mark, you guys don't understand. Do you ever feel that way? Am I alone in this room? Stop looking at each other with more compassion. Stop expecting so much from everyone else and start expecting more of yourself. It's better that way. Your respect factor is better. Your allegiance is better. Pledge allegiance to something more than a damn flag, and I'm sorry. My allegiance comes from God because I know that He flows through me. And if you don't understand that, get on your knees.
Go ahead now.
Pray to something more than $1. It's made of 4 quarters. Keep breaking it down. If you go to Canadian, you have 3. I need you to start understanding the denominations and the currency only devalues itself as you go across the lines. Start understanding that dollar is nothing without the person to spend it, make it, multiply it, and do everything. So unless you are behind it, there's nothing there. So what are you pledging your allegiance to? Thank you.
Oh, wow.
There's one person, one singer, a couple of singers. How many of y'all love Etta James? I mean, like, yeah, y'all, what you say? What? Yes. That's my girl, man. I can't sing her stuff, though. I'm not that good. How many of y'all love Nina Simone? She is one of the most influential people when it comes down to my writing and my life. Her, Maya Angelou, she is not just a name. She is not just a household name. She is not just somebody that got up and did the inauguration and all that. She is Maya Angelou because her words are way deeper than you know. Her life story is way deeper than you know. And she could never even begin to tell it all. There are anthologies of writings that are out there. If you want to seek them out, go online, look in the National Library of Congress. There's stuff you've never even heard of. Okay? And I'm saying this because I want to bring knowledge to you. I want you to understand who people are and why when you hear their music, when you hear their words, it actually touches someplace deep inside of you.
Yeah, man.
So why you wanna cry, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly. So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly. Ain't no place big enough for holding all the tears you're gonna cry. 'Cause your mama's name was Lonely and your daddy's name was Pain. And they call you Little Sorrow 'cause you'll never love again. Ain't nobody there to hold you. Ain't nobody there to care. I hope you only understand, dear. No one wants you anywhere. So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly. With tears brimming her eyes, holding on to the last bit of dignity she owns, she says, it's okay. He loves me. And it may not be your kind of love, and I know you may not understand, but I know he loves me. Nursing bruised and swollen eyes with tissue soaking up the last bit of remorse of it all being her fault, which in layman's terms means his fault. She quotes rehearsed sentences of denial and self-respect she doesn't own, leaving behind the she used to be before he used her up, crystallizing her thoughts, keeping them wide awake with eyes wide shut. She uses her body to please them. Cleanup wipes wipe away evidence as if they were never there. So their climax is now her drug of choice. She's looking for that first time. She inhales white lines, exhales cumulus dream clouds, heavy as the bags clouding her judgment, weighing facial features, creating roadmaps to the next cocktail, numbing unattached gratifications. Holding her head high, looking down, never seeing the beauty surrounding her, just the dirt she now finds comfort in, kicking up dust clouds, choking out dreams, blinded to the glares and stares of judgment, so we ignore abuse scrawled and inked across her body like scribes on Inca cabin walls, consistently gifting him with the fruits of her labor. She, now a shell, cocooning from a life that paid no attention. Attention not received as a child, not even while pledging allegiance to flags in class, so she stopped. Pledging her allegiance now to late night dark alleyways, turning heads, corners, and tricks. See, this is attention, and flags never had it like this. She now feels like royalty, paid to give attention. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping, counting ridges on ceiling. She's non-existent to the end because climax is when the truth is told. Words float from lips to ears, numbing the pain of being empty. I love you, baby. She can see it in his red, angry eyes. Feel it in his hands, choking her long enough so she knows who's in control. Hear it in his voice through gnashing teeth, or counting ridges on ceilings. With tears brimming her eyes, holding on to the last bit of dignity she owns, she says, it's okay. He loves me. That piece was written for two women in my life. One that I saved off the street and took home one day with her two kids and watched her get clean, fall off, get clean, fall off. And then she opened her own business and sent me her bill of sale, and I had to tell her, baby, this is yours, you can't send this to me. But she wanted to let me know she did something better with her life. And at no time do I judge. There are times I've taken assaults because people don't understand that, because she's brash, she's this, she's that. Again, I say love people where they are. You never know who's going to need to love you.
That's right.
The other is no longer with us because she was taken by her baby daddy. And both of these women did whatever they could to take care of their children. So when I tell you, stop looking at people on the street. Stop looking at women that feel like they got to show more of themselves and more of themselves, because you don't know what was fed into them.
That's right.
What are you putting into them? Start putting something positive into one another. Start saying, baby, I love your glasses and I think you're beautiful. Hello, beautiful. How you doing? Hey, handsome. I like that cane.
That's right.
I love the glasses, daddy. I like that tie, baby. This I want when I leave. I'm not playing. Say, start saying something positive
That's
to
right.
everyone. Touch somebody with something positive.
That's right.
Give them love. Give them your heart.
Yeah.
Have you seen how certain people of a certain color around us smile a lot more today? It's only because they have a leader now that allows them to behave badly, and it's okay. They allow them to talk about women and demean us the same way our videos do now. I swear, it's funny to me. It allows men to turn around and look at you when you walk in the market and see a fine woman walking by, whether she's red, white, Hispanic, whatever, and tell you that they gonna take care of niggas like you soon. Back in the day, they used to do that anyway. That's a true story. It happened in Sam's. Y'all have to understand that we're no longer in yesterday, but we're in today.
That's right.
And if you think that this battle is going to be any better than it was, it's going to be worse. Because I'm looking at this young man's face as I talk about what I'm saying, and I can see the fire behind his eyes. You don't understand. Our millennials fight back. They fight back and they're calculated. They've been calculating stuff since they were in the womb. Our babies can take our phones and flip through them, download their apps and look at Blue's Clues before they can say, mama. Do you understand that their brains are No. Their souls are atomic bombs waiting to be released. You don't get it. This is going to be a different type of war. See, they think they got us. That 13th Amendment that they took from us and took us out of the cotton fields and then put us in the jails and then let us go again. They think that same amendment. Do y'all know there's only 6 laws from being rescinded? I hope you do your homework. Come on. There's so much red tape they have to unravel because the Republicans and the Democrats just don't know when to stop. So you got about 15 good years before it all comes crashing down. I'm trying to let you know some of your history. The tags you wear on your back, the secrets you got on, ladies, they're made by our men in jail. Did you know that? Yo, dirty Vicky. I'm just trying to tell you something. But our millennials are what scare me. Because we had fear back then. We were afraid. We were stepping fetchits, but they won't fetch a damn thing for nobody.
That's right.
They barely will do it for themselves. We've taught them to be selfish. We've given them everything. So they believe they deserve everything, and you will not take that from them. So I hope you're paying attention, because your millennials are going to war. I hope you're giving them some knowledge, teaching them chess, teaching them who their pawns are, who their bishops are, who their rooks are, letting them know that their pawns will always leave them first. I hope you're teaching them something. I hope you're teaching them to protect their queens, because at the end of the day, we run this shit.
That's right. Hey, go ahead, girl.
Every king that's up there, if you look back in the day, bedroom talk is a bitch. We'll teach you what to do, Dad. You need to get rid of this one. You need to cut him off. You know, he looked at me the wrong way the other day. We'll take down the whole empire before you even know it and run that shit. And guess where the babies come from? Us. So guess what's running the millennials? Us. Watch what you do. Don't be a stepping fetchit. You ain't got to believe what I say. You ain't got to agree with me, and I hope you don't. Because that way we'll have a different type of war, the haves and the have-nots, and I promise you I'm going to be on the right side. Did I tell you again I played chess? 3-tier. Backwards. Play with me sometime. Test me. Test my skills. Push me to the limit. Let me teach you something. Let me let you know how to raise up children and understand that they are more than what anybody says. That their worth is more than what anybody says. That they are more than what they wear. Their makeup ain't shit, because baby, I'm beautiful without it. I'm gonna wipe it off for the next time if you'd like me to. But I ain't taking my wig off. This is my favorite. I'm just trying to tell you something. Look out. Pay attention. watch your TV. Because if you're up at 2 o'clock like me, you're watching commercials saying, in the time of disaster, you might need this. Tell me when the last time you heard a commercial like that. Pay attention to the signs, he's giving them to you. He ain't gonna give you too many votes, and when you find yourself in heaven, or sitting on a cross stretched out like baby Jesus, because trust me, they want to make a mockery out of who we are, our color, our skin, everything that we come from. They want to see our blood toil back into the soul of where it came from, and I'm good with that. I know where the roots of my trees come from. My children know where their roots come from. Did I tell you? I'm Blackfoot and Cherokee. I'm a warrior woman. And I will forever war against anything that comes against me. Mine, my color, my people, what I stand for. I no longer give a damn about what you think. I want you to think on me. Think on my children. Think on my friends. Think on my circle. Yeah, it's a little obscure, ain't it? Ain't nothing straight about me. Ain't nothing upright about me. I will always bob and weave because I know that's the only way to dodge bullets, baby. Yeah. I got it. You'll never see me coming and you'll never see me going, and I'm okay with that. So keep trying to second guess my moves.
Okay.
I like that. Gives me a challenge. I haven't had one in a while. Trinity. Watch how cold they are. Okay, so this is the one piece that I love. I don't care how many times I do it, how many times anybody hear it. I love my children, in case you didn't know. I love my Amani Loren Smith. Her name means faith and laurel. She is the crown jewel. My son's name is Edward Malachi Skinner. Okay. Which means he's a king messenger. Okay. Y'all don't get that yet, it's an oxymoron. I hope y'all catch that, because he's amazing. Okay. And he loves his mama. And I let them know how I feel about them at all costs. And this piece everybody loves, most people ask me to do it, and y'all don't have to ask me tonight, because he couldn't be here because he got his new job. He just came back, he's a photographer and he's doing some amazing stuff, so here you go. This is for Edward.
Yes.
They say you can't miss something that you never had. But I know that he misses you. And even though you never gave him the chance to know who you are, I know that he loves you. He probably sees you as some kind of hero in his dreams, and I allow him to believe that you are. I tell him that you're noble. I tell him that he gets his good looks from you. And I watch him stare in the mirror trying to mirror you with no reflection. To make him feel whole, I tell him fables are the kind of man I wish you had been. Trying to fill the holes left by you, and I see the sun set in his eyes and my stories are over. Because they are the only parts of you he has to hold on to. He wonders what I or he did wrong to make you walk away. Sometimes blaming me for your absence, and I bear it. He smiles like you. He cries for you. I watch him mourn your death while you still breathe. Watch him question his worth. Watch him struggle through this journey called manhood. Your absence echoes his heart and soul like empty hallways, so I pray for the day that he no longer misses you. And I know that he wishes Boy Scout meetings could have just been you and him. But instead it was me. A woman, your stand-in. No matter how many good examples of men I placed before him, at the end of the day, none of them were you. If I'd have known then that you would have walked out of his life before it started, I would have never said hello. Never allowed our DNA to cross and procreate, but then again, if I didn't, I wouldn't have him.
See your son? He's a godsend. He's everything you wish you could be. He's a young man of peace. He stands up for the weak. He doesn't allow the world to tear him down. He teaches me patience, love, and understanding every day. His smile is contagious. He's an anthem to greatness, and I know that he too will be a father one day. He said he wants to. And he will teach his son and daughter what being a man is truly about. And although you didn't help paint the landscape of who he has become, you did give him a shining example of what not to be.
Yeah.
Missed. Thank you.
Hey, hey.